But first, since you're from CAPS, and CAPS is a Air Force think tank, Pakistan wants fighter jets. And they want 5th generation fighter jets. That is something that India does not currently have, but Pakistan says we're going to get a whole bunch of them from China. My question to you is, every month somebody from Pakistan goes begging in front of IMF, begging in front of World Bank, a host of countries, give us money. We need money to survive. Then where are these billions of dollars coming from, which will enable Pakistan to buy? Because when you buy, you'll buy at least 2 squadrons of 5th generation fighter jets. It's not going to be 1 squadron, at least 2. Where is this money coming from? Where are these billions of dollars coming from?
Thank you. This is an excellent question. Pakistan's economic crisis that you see today, it's not something that we've seen today. It has there has been an economic crisis. You have always seen they've gone to IMF 25 times. It is heavily reliant on external assistance. About 72% of, the debt stands at 72% of the GDP. So the economic crisis has been a part of Pakistan's journey. And so has been the conventional military modernization. So military modernization for Pakistan has never been deterred because of the crisis. And that is where your question is, I think, coming, that how do they manage it? How do they get the money? So the phase that we saw post 9/11, there was enormous amount of US aid coming in, security related aid, through which they managed to get some equipment there. So for the Chinese equipment, we don't have too many details because Pakistan is not transparent at all with its defense spending.
And neither are the Chinese.
So you have these two powers who are completely discrete. But whatever we know as per our, research and whatever the findings that we have is that the Chinese equipment is given to Pakistan on a very easy repayment basis. So long-term credits are offered to Pakistan. And why would the Chinese do that? Because you have to understand why did China start giving equipment to Pakistan. The basic concept in their mind was that you need to make Pakistan strong to counter India. So the whole thinking which was there that, you strengthen enemy's enemy to win the war. So the whole logic that was there in the Chinese mind to prepare a low-cost option against India, and that was modernizing Pakistan's military and also giving its nuclear weapons. Your entire nuclear weapon program in Pakistan is from the Chinese. So money part there is not an issue. One is that. Second part is that large amount of, the defense modernization that we see in Pakistan doesn't come from the defense budget. If you see the details there, the defense budget right now is about 1.2% or 1.5% of the GDP. But that does not include the acquisition of the military equipment.
It also does not include the pensions.
So then large number of equipment is funded by what they term in Pakistan as the extra budgetary resources. And those extra budgetary resources are, different channels, which are also reportedly from large number of these organizations like the Army Welfare Trust. You have these Fauji outfits. Fauji foundations. You know very well what kind of, the corporate ventures that they are into. So the funding is obviously from multiple sources that they get. So that never obstructs. So they would keep asking the money from the IMF, but the military modernization will not obstruct. They have continued to acquire the equipment, and they have also continued the nuclear weapon program, which is also not cheap. So you don't have a linkage with the crisis. And the modernization is not being impacted by the economic crisis.
Great. So this is what we have understood, that money is really not a problem because the Chinese, and there are two parts to this. The Chinese say that, okay, fine, it might cost you $2 billion. $3 billion. Don't worry about it. Give it to us back over a period of 20 years.
Over 100 years.
Over
100 years also.
Yes.
And you have to also understand that the Chinese equipment is much cheaper than the US equipment.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
That part is also there, that
Yes.
it is a much cheaper equipment.
Yes.
But then I don't know how much of confidence Pakistanis actually have that in equipment, because when they have to fight the counter-terror operations, then they are always running to the US that, help us and give us the security assistance because we need to fight, go ahead with the counter-terror operations. So where is the Chinese equipment at that time for the counter-terror operations? So how much of confidence
I just think they find it easier to scam the Americans because...
I don't think anymore that's happening.
Not anymore.
But yeah,
huh?
we'll talk about it.
Yeah. All right.